See, told you. I've just been out here so long that I know that when everything is going really, really, really good, that something's gonna happen. You know. Thank God for the Zach attack and for the racer. Okay, y'all, good morning, good morning. It's Monday morning, man, and we got rain yesterday, which is good. They're saying it's going to rain a lot this week. That's what one of my customers said. Of course, when they talk about 30% chance of rain, that some of the customers, well, it's going to rain all week, so, but, you know, probably not going to rain all week. They just say it is. Anyway, yeah, so we got, you know, Francisco's still out of the country. I hate it. He called me yesterday and I missed the call. I don't know how reception is in Mexico or whatever, but I missed his call. I tried to call him back about 20 minutes after he called me, and he wasn't available, so he didn't answer. Yeah. He probably called me just to tell me that he's still down there or whatever, because he knew it was supposed to be that, you know, that this is the new work week. But me and Zach got it, man. You know, we're doing fine. I mean, you know, because the yards are at a point now in the season where, well, they're still growing and they're still, you know, doing what they do. But well, we got methods down now, and we've lost a couple of critical ones that require time, a lot more time. So, yeah, that's where we're at, man. It's, I don't know, it's doable, right? And, yeah. So the other day, you know, when me and Zach did that pine tree job, you know, she gave me an extra $50, you know, in cash when she gave me a check. She gave me a check for the $3,800 and then gave me $50 in cash. And she gave Zach, but Zach had already left. You know, she said, "Oh, was Zach gone?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She said, "Well, I got this for Zach." And I'm like, okay, I can give it to him. So it was a card, you know. And, you know, Zach's done the property over there hundreds of times, it seems like, you know, over the years. So she knows Zach. And she saw how hard Zach was working the other day. He did work hard the other day. Don't y'all know, man, that she gave Zach $100 and a gift card, $25 Visa gift card? What? And she ain't got no money, man. She, you know, so Zach ended up making $300 and, if you count the gift card, $325 over there, and he wasn't even over there. He was over there about 4 hours. I don't know where you're gonna get money like that, man. That's a good day for Zach, man. You know, but he did have to work hard, right? Just like today, he's gonna have to work hard. Let's see, if Zach were playing games with coming to work when he wanted to and not showing up, and if he were doing all that stuff, see, I would not have even taken him to that job on Saturday. See, what happens when you become reliable and dependable and all that, then you get more, whether it's from me or I put you in a position to where you can get more from the customer or whatever, right? You know, and right now it's beautiful. It's 75 degrees, man, and it looks like it could rain, so we're gonna try to go on and get all this stuff done, man. But Zach's already in front of me. He got started. He's getting started on this one over here. We're both gonna be doing. It's a pretty big one and it's wet. And go figure, she wants us to cut it a little bit lower. You know, you cut this Bermuda grass low and it's wet, man, it takes longer, man, because well, if it's real wet, it'll clump up on you. Well, any grass will if you cut it low enough and it's wet. not only is it wet from the rain we got, but it's also wet from the morning dew. But we're gonna knock it out. Then we're probably gonna end up cutting the field over here at the bamboo site, and then we're gonna go over and cut a $100 yard over at by the HOA that we're gonna be doing, and then we're gonna do the HOA. Now the $100 yard that we're gonna be doing over close to the HOA, what we'll do is we'll park the vehicles where we park it at the HOA, and then we'll just ride the mowers over there and do that one real quick. It ain't nothing. It's real easy yard. So yeah, that's today. So today is probably going to be like $900. You know, and that's good for us considering the expenses. You know, there's not a lot. I don't have a lot in fuel or anything. You know, we're within 2 miles of my house everywhere we go today. So, and where I'm going now is the farthest out that we're going to be, which is like 2.5 miles. Everything else is working back toward the house. I always go farthest first, and then work my way home. That's how I've always done it. I don't really know why. My thinking is always, if I can't get done, or something happens, if it rains or whatever, then maybe I got the first one farthest away done, and then if I have to creep back out, I can do the ones that are closer to the house easier than I can the ones farthest from the house. That's my thinking. So I appreciate all the comments on the video yesterday, and yeah, y'all, that mower is worth something. But I mean, you know, I don't know if she's going to sell it to me or not. I told her how much I'd give her for it, and she said okay. She'll take that money if she don't end up doing something with her nephew. So, and if her nephew's got any kind of freaking sense, he'll know that mower is worth, you know, something. The only good thing, I'm speculating, the only good thing is the mower she's had the mower, well, ever since, I mean, for years and years sitting there, and nobody's bought it off of her yet. Of course, I don't know if she was selling it, but you would think that her family, seeing that she got this mower sitting there, that why ain't anybody, you know, came and got it, or you know, so yeah, I know what it's worth, y'all. I mean, now I had some guys come in and say it's worth $8,000. Well, I wouldn't give you $8,000 for it. I mean, even if I needed it, I wouldn't give you that much for it. I don't care how many hours are on it. It's too old for that. But I'd say the most that, you know, the most that she'll get, and you got to think about the timing too. We're going into the winter or the fall. It ain't the best time to be selling a lawnmower. I'm just saying, it ain't. So, you know, going into the fall, yeah, I mean, that's the best time to go buy a lawnmower if you're going to buy a lawnmower, you know, fall and winter. So, you know, it may be worth $5,000 to somebody in May, but I don't believe it's worth $5,000 to anybody right now. It ain't worth $5,000 to me. I wouldn't buy it for $5,000 no matter what. I wouldn't give you $4,000. Matter of fact, the most I'd pay her for it is probably $3,000. Otherwise, but you know, I guess if I needed it, I might go a little bit more than that. But probably not. All right, man. I'll put the time-lapse camera up just for some of the guys that all they want to do is watch somebody mow grass, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Respond to some comments, and you know, all that good stuff that we always do out here. Okay, y'all, so we got the first one done. It's 9:30, but we didn't start until about 9. Well, it's so wet and all, we just got started later than normal. I got a little bit of time-lapse footage here. It looks like it's fixing to start raining. And I gotta pay for that gravel. The other day when that gravel got delivered, all that was done on the fly right there while I was, tearing out those concrete pieces. She said, well, I'm gonna go to Home Depot and buy a couple bags of gravel. I said, Vicky, you're gonna need a couple tons of gravel. So she said, well, how much, and what I was thinking was, okay, I'll call my landscape people and I'll just have them deliver it out there, and then she can get her and her grandkids or whatever can spread it around in there. But I knew it was going to be some work, right? Especially after I got done, I'm like, oh man. So before I got done, I called them and I said, hey, what do y'all charge to bring 2 tons of gravel out here to Fayetteville? And they said $200. So that's what we did. And he said I could be out there in 30 minutes. And I'm like, okay, I'll just wait around on you. So that's kind of how that went down. It all happened real fast. I don't know if I explained that in the video or not. Usually when you do gravel and stuff, you have to plan for that a little bit better than that, right? Okay, y'all, so y'all remember this. Now I didn't lay this sod. It needs to be over there, dude. You need to go. This is zoysia grass they planted out here, so needless to say, we're probably not going to need the sprinklers today or this week. I wonder what happened right here. That might be I don't know. It looks a lot better, man. I mean, this is... I'll put some pictures up of what it was before we did the cleanup over here. I mean, you were never going to get grass in here. There was a big tree right here. So y'all see it, man. It ain't nothing special or unique to me. I expect this. So when I'll put a link to the video that we did here in the title or something, or at the end of the video. But there's no way you were going to get grass here. There was a tree right here, and then another one right here. There were 2 dogwood trees over here, and then a couple of scrappy, well, y'all see the video. Y'all see what I'm talking about. So this looks really nice though. I don't know what's going on right there. It makes me think it looks like a septic tank or something right there. That's what it looks like. because it's just in that one area. It's all nice and green, but we'll see how it does. I don't really know if this is city water here or whatever. I have no idea. So, but this is great, man. You know, exactly what gives the satisfaction, really. So, you know, and you're not gonna do what we did over here without a Bobcat and make money at it. Now, you might think you can rent a machine and make money at it, but you're not gonna make, because I only charged him like, I don't remember what I charged him to take all those 2 trees down, but I had the Bobcat up in there, and you know, yeah. But this looks really nice, man, to start, right? And this is a regular customer, so I just created another job for myself and got paid to do that, right? I got paid by the Bobcat job to do the cleanup and snatch these trees out, and it was like 3,500 bucks I made over here in a couple of days. And this grass is, it looks like it's already taken. This is the first cut on it. I did not put this sod down. So, and whoever put it down, they did a pretty good job. But by me pressing it with the machine and everything, that's really gonna help it. But it has not, they did not roll it. I can tell they didn't roll it. So, I used the lawnmower to roll it. Now, I don't know why they put a pine straw edge out here, because that does no good. There's no sense in putting pine straw when you got this kind of trees. There's no sense in it. Just let everything fall and then let the wood line come all the way up to the edge of the grass. So then when you're doing cleanups over here for the leaves that get all over it in the wintertime, right? Then all you got to do is just blow it to this line right here, or use the mower or whatever, however you want to do it. It don't matter. But all the pine straw that they put right here and all the pine straw they put over there is just a waste of money. Just a waste of money. But they're going to be renting this place out like a bed and breakfast or something, so they had to get some instant gratification. But you see, it's still empty, and in another 6 weeks or so, the leaves are going to fall and this pine straw will be no more. So, but they did smart by not trying to bring grass all up into here, because it's going to catch hell for it to grow with all this shade. So next year, what we'll do over the winter is we'll come in here and we'll trim this oak tree up, and we'll probably bring the bush hog over here and knock all this down, and we'll probably end up taking this pine tree out. So, and if I take this pine tree out, I'm gonna dig around the bottom of it, and we're gonna let Mother Nature do what it do. And then I don't have to dig the stump out, or we don't have to pay nobody to grind it out. Anyway, y'all see what it is, man. It's beautiful. That's what it is. It's beautiful. And this Ray, I'll kick back. So y'all saw that, man. That grass looks pretty good over there for them, it just coming in. So that grass looked great, man. I'm like, man, I like that, man. That's the kind of what I was thinking. I didn't know they had put zoysia grass there. I think the zoysia grass will do okay there. We'll see. I wonder what that dead spot is. It looks like maybe the septic tank top or something, but I don't think it is. I don't know. Maybe, seems funny that all that grass is dying in that one spot and the rest of it's nice and green. I don't know. Because I think the septic system, I know for a fact the septic system's in the back, because they had it redone. That might be the old one or something. I don't know. So y'all see this HOA, it's big, man. Not as big as the other one, but it goes a mile down that way, but just on one side of the road. You see Zach has already started weed eating there, and I got to string up my weed eater and everything, so I'll try to get some footage, but it might rain on us. So I told Zach, don't worry about mowing, just weed eat. Let's get all the weed eating done. So if we have to leave out from over here, right, then we can just come back, throughout the week and mow a piece, whatever we need to do. So as long as we don't have to weed eat, then well, we could swing by here at the end of a day and run the mowers for 30 minutes if we need to, whatever, you know. We don't want to have to work real hard if we don't get to finish everything, right? So that's where I'm at, y'all. Peace out. We got done, man. I'll tell you what. Well, ain't nothing nice, man. Nothing nice. It's hot. 97 degrees out here, y'all. So that's probably 110. 2 o'clock, man. You know. And there's one that we didn't do. If we'd have done that, if we'd have done that other one, it'd be 4 o'clock. I'm always, so I told Francisco, it's gonna be a minute. Oh. It's gonna be a minute before Francisco gets back. Something going on with his mom, dad, or somebody. They're real sick. So I asked him. I said, so he called me today, and I asked him. I said, so when do you think you come back? He said, man, I don't know, dude. He said, you might have to hire somebody else. I said, you gonna come back in a week, 2 weeks, a month? He said, I don't know, maybe a month. I'm like, oh, wow. So he might not even be back out here for the rest of the season. So what do I do, right? I mean, these kind of things are gonna happen if you're in business for yourself. They are inevitable. So what do I do? Well, number one, we ain't trying to pick up no more work, right? That's the number one thing. We'll take the L on the ones that we've lost, and those will be ones that we don't have to do, and that'll be the money that we're not getting, but I'm not going to notice it because I'm not having to pay Francisco. See what I'm saying? So any ones that we've lost, where I'm good with it, you know. And you know, everything happens out here, man. It just seems like it always, you know, works itself out, you know. We lost 2 push mowing jobs, right? And they're time consumers, and we're not trying to replace those. So that's 2 jobs that Francisco would have been working on with Zach that we're not having to do anymore, and we don't have to drive there either. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a challenge, but needless to say, and again, I refer back to the video I did a couple weeks ago talking about why I don't run the Bobcat and this and that, and you know, now you see the things that can happen. So say I picked up another 20 customers, right, or 10 customers, or done signed up for, you know, thousands of dollars worth of Bobcat work. How am I going to do it now? By the time I hire somebody and get them trained in, it's going to be the end of the season. See, told you. I've just been out here so long that I know that when everything is going really, really, really good, that something's going to happen. You know. Thank God for the Zach attack and for the racer. And, you know, and it's out of Francisco's control too. You know, he didn't want to go to Mexico. I mean, he's got his house here. He's got, you know, the job at the restaurants. and working with me, you know, he's got a lot going on. Can't be, you know, upset with him, you know. But me being the business owner and been through a lot of stuff in the time that I've been out here, I mean, it's damn near, I expect it, right? Maybe not going to Mexico, but I expect things to fall apart at some point, you know. It's like, you know, you're climbing a mountain, you're climbing that mountain, you can see the top, being the end of the season. You can see the top of the mountain, and then right when you get ready to reach, you lose your foothold, and whop, you slide all the way back down to the bottom of the mountain. So now me and Zach are gonna have to pick up the pieces. But like I said, luckily, we have had some things happen out here that lost some accounts, and that works for me. You won't hardly hear me say that. But I'm tired, man. I'm getting burned out too. Tired. Now, if I would have had to wait another week or two to do that $3,800 job from the other day, then we wouldn't have been able to do it until probably September sometime. Because I had been scratching and clawing at the calendar, at the schedule, at everything for 2 weeks to be able to finally make way, right, for a day to be able to do that $3,800 job. And Francisco was a key part of that. You know, Zach was too, but Francisco was too. But now that Francisco ain't out here, it's gonna, we would have never been able to get to that $3,800 job if he hadn't been out here the previous weeks leading up to that. Even though he didn't help me on that job, you know. Just saying, y'all. I am just saying. But I gotta put gas in my mower and everything, so yeah.